Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Shadow Tactics. Welcome back to the final level, the final challenge run of the final level. So this one's a little tricky. Our badges here are don't use Aiko skills and enter the north well rather than the west well, which means that in case you have forgotten what the level is about, like I did when I first came back in here, we have to get to here, get the key from this samurai, and then get over to this well before we come out up here and eventually kill the dude. It's worth noting also, I did drown Lord Noboru, but I'm not sure that I posted it on the channel. I did it right after finishing the level, and then I thought, maybe it should be with the badges. So we'll make sure to do that at the end, just so that so everybody sees how it's done. Don't use Aiko's skills has turned out to be a little bit tricky because, check this out. I bet you'll be surprised by this as I was. Apparently, all of the matchlock pistols are Aiko skills. So in addition to Aiko not being allowed to use sleeping powder or disguise or kill anybody, because this is a skill, also nobody on the team can use their matchlock pistol, because for some reason that fails the badge. I'm not 100% sure that it would actually fail. It may be a bug with the display there, but we're going to go ahead and take the game at its word, and we're going to figure this out with no Aiko and no matchlocks. I think Aiko is allowed to participate insofar as she can carry bodies. But I think that's it. So, let's figure it out. Alright, the last time we did this level, we didn't kill anybody. We were trying very hard to be super ninja mode. We are absolutely allowed to kill people here, and in fact, I think we're going to have to. So, in a sense, this should be easier. Wow, his hat and gun flew. Alright, I think we're going to handle this part of the level the same way we did last time. We figured out a pretty good method of sneaking through here. Remember, all of the sneaking is going to be a little bit harder because we have no access to the sneezing powder, which is fantastically powerful. Actually, I'm not 100% sure how we're going to get Takuma in here. Obviously, Hayato could just jump down from where he is and then swim over. Takuma is going to be a real issue. Hold on, before I move these guys out of this part of the courtyard, let's actually think about this, because I may need them to do some different things than before. Now, traditionally, I don't kill civilians. That's not something that the game particularly cares about. It's just a stricture I imposed on myself. I'm concerned that, I'm thinking probably that's not going to hold here. We're going to have to kill some, like this guy and, where is he? There's another dude who, yeah, this guy. Probably both have to die. And we can't just kill the samurai. That was how I figured out that the matchlock pistols are broken. We can't just kill the samurai because we can't shoot them. We are allowed to use Takuma's rifle. Takuma's rifle doesn't break anything. We could kill. We could employ the grenade. But is there... Okay, there is actually a tiny gap in this guy's vision. So maybe we could use some distraction techniques on this guy, get Hayato up on a roof and like throw rocks. Stuff, just kind of like distract him and hold him in place. While Takuma sneaks through, like right up against the wall and then around the corner. Have to be super careful because it is extremely easy to alert this guard with Takuma's running because he makes noise. Alright, but yeah, that's going to be my plan for now. So why don't I think I'm going to move Hayato the same way that Yuki and Aiko are going. Alright, so you can do that. Alright. Gotta wait for her. As always. Hayato, what are you doing? Get over here. Dude gets distracted easily. Okay, here we go. Here's my opening. Man, playing on normal feels crazy to me now. I've been doing hardcore mode for the speedruns, and well, you get spotted instantly in that mode. If you enter somebody's cone of vision, you are just like, you are cooked. This is going to be a lot harder. Although, to be fair, when we do this on hardcore, we are going to have access to the sneezing powder. Alright, this is just like we did it in, shoot. Shoot. Well, yep, that is just like we did it the first time we came through Sunpu. I remember that guy being a real problem on a bunch of occasions. I kind of want to just knock him out. There's no good reason for him to keep standing up like that. It's just an annoying thing for him to do. Okay. That worked, barely. Alright, so once we've got all three of the ninja characters through the courtyard... Well, I maybe shouldn't have timed this way. Ah! Boxes are not tall enough to hide behind, even while slightly crouched. Can you believe it? Able to go slightly earlier there. That was very close, though. I almost got caught. Okay. Yeah. Would have been caught a quarter of the way through that movement on hardcore. I'm expecting that the hardcore speedruns of these later levels are going to be quite difficult. Of course, dude stands up and looks around the instant I step out. Hate this guy. Actually, at this point, we could knock him out, right? Well, actually, probably not. Because this guy would see us do it. But the way his stand up and look around thing is timed is incredibly frustrating. I am not in your cone anymore. I actually think we're gonna be okay. Didn't I tell you to jump over? There's a bush over here. I'm going for it. How do these vision cones keep materializing? How is there always vision everywhere? Literally, always vision everywhere. If you walk places, you don't get there fast enough to get away from people. If you run places, there's 100,000 vision cones. I'd really love to just kill everybody in this courtyard, but there's such a web of vision that I don't know how we would do it. Okay, I'm outside of the... Okay. Nope. Cutscene. Also, I'm sure that I told her to jump over. Alright, let's try a version of the thing that I just... Nope, never mind. The guard movements, I have learned through extensive testing, when they're in confused or alerted mode, are non-deterministic, and therefore you cannot set off an alarm and try to path through the chaos and then just try the same path again next time and have the same results. Alright. I am so sure that I had told her to jump the gap. So this kind of stuff is just not going to work on hardcore. We're going to have to figure out some new strats. Oh my god, put your stupid head down. Nope. Too late. Yeah, wow, that time he stood up and looked around throughout the entirety of my window. What a frustrating thing to do. Alright, I'm gonna rock throw him. I actually did it without alerting anybody even a little bit that time. Maybe it is doable very, very slowly on hardcore. Get up. Okay. We don't actually want to be over here. So I'm gonna jump down now that the patrol's no longer here. We want to be up on this roof. Climb, Hayato, climb, Hayato. Ah! This is what I'm saying, man. It's so dangerous to walk places, and it's so dangerous to run places. What if I go, like... No. I stepped out of the line part of the vision cone and still got seen because of one of the other guys. I'm kind of surprised that the vision cone I was shown was not that of the frontmost guy, because you would expect him to have seen me first, but apparently not. I'm assuming that what happened there is that the front guy's vision cone was all swung to the side. Come on. Yep, of course there's somebody. Of course there's somebody who can see me. There's always somebody who can see me. So, like I was saying earlier, some parts of this level are going to be much easier due to the fact that we can actually kill people and eliminate vision cones. Which means we can do stuff like this. Which hopefully will make it a lot easier to deal with getting Takuma in here. Alright, it should be okay for Yuki and Aiko to come through the building because Hayato can eliminate the straw hat that's watching the other door. So we have to watch for this guy's vision, the patrol's vision, and there's the civilian down here who keeps walking back and forth. And we don't want to go now. I know it looks like an opening, but this patrol turns around very quickly. I kind of wish I had somebody else doing this, actually. Once again, Hayato's walk 10% faster while carrying a body thing is not offsetting the fact that he can't be stealthed while he does it. Yeah, this guy needs to be looking away while those guys are walking this way in order for this to work. Also, have you ever noticed how much guards in video games have to go to the bathroom? If I was doing a guard duty thing, if I was staffing a guard duty position, I wouldn't hire the guy who has to pee for 40 seconds every 2 minutes. Apparently you can't issue kill and pick up, drop, assassinate, and pick up in the same action. Okay. Now we've cleared the door. And like I said, I think I'm going to kill this guy. Come on, patrol, go away. Oh, I came down a little early there. Ah, close to the samurai. I jumped down when it was safe to jump down. When I was safe from the patrol's vision cones, but that was not actually the right time to do that. Here, let's jump down over here. Get into a position where we can take him, like, over here. Haito, put The command was put body indoor. You have to be holding the body to do that. Okay. So, how are we going to do this? We can't, I think, reasonably get a beat on any of these guys with the rifle. The angles are too tight. But really, it's this guy's the only real problem. And I guess there's the patrolling Straw Hat over here. When he comes to this point, he can see down here, I believe. Let's make sure that's true. Oh, maybe not. Okay, yeah, when he gets all the way over here. So... we mostly need to distract this guy and time with this guy's run. Now, the samurai are not actually long-term distracted by basically anything, but we don't need forever. I do kind of need this guy to die, so maybe I should have. Yeah, maybe I should have done something. I guess he doesn't have to die necessarily. We could use Kuma to distract him for a long period of time. We could, like, drop Kuma over here and grab him and maybe a guard or two. Alright, so we do that. Takuma can navigate this part by himself. It's just this guard's vision and the Straw Hat timing that we need to worry about. So we could even maybe... What's the audio range on the rifle fire is not too large. We could even maybe do part of the run, then shoot this guy when he's in a vulnerable position and have somebody kill him. I think when he gets all the way to the end of his patrol, he's not visible to this samurai anymore. Can this guy see him out here, though? The answer is no. Yeah, I think he might... it's hard to say. One of his feet is in. He might be vulnerable. So maybe the play is we do part of... like I said, do part of the run, shoot him, and then have Hayato drop off the roof onto him or something. This would be so much easier if we could just have a ninja shoot him with the flintlock. Well, I think it's actually going to be Yuki that I put in position for this. Because if we end up having to kill him and move him quickly, I don't want it to be Hayato, because Hayato cannot figure out how to bend over while carrying bodies. It doesn't seem that difficult to me. The dude has a lot of training, and I'm assuming a lot of free time for practice. Just cannot figure it out. Alright, so let's just try a run here and see what we can do. It would be a lot better if this civilian wasn't in exactly the place he's in. Almost any other position along his path would be better. What does he actually see from side to side? Okay, his vision does go all the way to the wall, so I can't... So can she whistle? Like... Okay, she can keep this guy's attention for a good long while, actually. Okay, this is a plan. So I'm going to... I hate the syncing on this. These guys are killing me. I'm gonna go ahead and use Kuma the next time the civilian gets back. I think that, well, depending on how quickly this guy turns around, this might be okay. Everybody takes so much time to walk everywhere. Alright, please stay distracted for a while. Okay. Time is running out. The Straw Hat's gonna see me. Oh my god, no! Okay, but that works. That's totally doable. I just have to be faster. I spent too much time... what do you call it? Spent too much time waiting for... Yuki. Out of the vision cone. I'm trying to shortcut a little bit where I can. There we go. Oh, I think I did it. I'm not sure that Yuki's whistle actually even mattered. Uh-oh. Okay, not 100% in the clear yet. May have hesitated a little too long. Oh, it becomes unlined. Am I completely screwed here? He can't see me, but he must be able to see. Yeah. Shoot, this autosave is completely not doable. What if I just sprint toward this wall? I know sprint is a strong word to use to describe. Huh, that's interesting. He didn't stop running when I single-clicked. All the way to the wall. Okay. Well, hey, look at that. We did it. Alright, so we have to get up... damn it. It's another one of those cases where the single vision cone I was shown did not accurately represent the danger. I really dislike the fact that the game doesn't show you multiple vision cones when there are multiple vision cones that are a problem. I know that it would get a little hard to parse on occasions with all the cones, but like the current solution where the game just doesn't give you information that is absolutely vital to your survival is not it's not really acceptable. Alright, let's call back Kuma. Okay. So we have to get to the courtyard and get the key from the samurai. This could be like what we did with Yuki last time, where we just snatched the key. What do we need to do exactly to get through the other door? Alright, so we go through this door at this end of the courtyard. We have to get past... Okay. This doesn't look that bad. I'm debating whether we need the disguise at all. I guess the disguise does make it easier to get through this part of the level. It was a hell of a problem to get before, though. I guess this time we can shoot people with Takuma. Might that make it a little easier? Well, we could drop people off with the trap, and like most of the guys we're worried about here are not Straw Hats, so we could do like we could do whistles and stuff and traps. Yeah, I think we can probably get the disguise, and it'll be valuable. Alright, so I think the method we used to get into the door last time should still be pretty effective. So we're going to go with Takuma first, because Takuma's going to be the one that's most tedious to get in there. Trying to call Takuma back, he doesn't want to come back. Well, fine then, be that way. Okay, everything's fine. Oh, come on, keep moving. Dog, you are not yet safe. Alright. This doesn't have to be as difficult as it was the first time, because I'm smarter than I was then. Okay, 2 bullets. I'll take it. Alright, for the ninjas it should be easier. I'm not sure where exactly I'm safe from the vision cones from these guys. Alright, looks like I can go. Alright, where is... Alright. So how are we going to do this? Well, I think that it actually shouldn't be too hard to get a couple of whistle trap kills, especially since we have access to Takuma at the same time, and we can do the combo distract. Wait, what? I put her inside the building and then clicked on right outside the door. She went out the... Okay. It worked okay that time. She went out the wrong door last time. Okay, I'm kind of just making life more difficult for Yuki here. Or for Aiko, rather. Okay, we all actually made it to the courtyard. Now, Takuma can murder people. And I'm still okay? Yeah, I'm still okay on my badge. But I think actually the best thing to do is going to be to lead out with Yuki. Let's see how much work I can get done with just Yuki, because it should be a significant amount. Wait for the samurai to pass. He knows we're waiting for him, so he just doesn't. Alright. I spent enough time trying to navigate this little garden that I still am pretty familiar with how it works. Ah. Alright, we're gonna have to do a slight distraction in order to just steal the key right out from under him. Actually, I wonder if it might be easier to do from this side, because this gives me a little bit of cover from that guy. I guess... Oh, I was one step outside the bush. Start crouching in the open. The answer, by the way, is no, I don't think so, because the samurai looks right here. Actually, kinda worked. Hold up. I know I blew the alarm, but hold up. Maybe we just leave? Screw the disguise? No, probably not. Alright, let's kill people. I want this disguise, and I want it the easy way. Alright, so we would start by... Yuki, come on. The thing is, when you click somewhere that has a little eye, I took that to mean that there is stealth in this location. And I think that's what it's supposed to mean, but in practice it does not always mean that. Too many cones. I'm screwing up here. We have to get over to here. We killed this guy in basically perfect safety. And then we have to Then we use this area as our trapping area. Okay. Not totally ideal. Can I just walk right up here and grab this guy? Get in the door. Oh my gosh, she's the slowest ever. I think this guy's not in anybody's cone. I guess also I don't need him though, do I? I don't think this guy even has to be whistle trapped. I think I can just stab him. Don't have a great place to dispose of the body though. Well, I guess there's a little alcove I can take him to over here. Alright, so I should be able to whistle trap off a couple of the guards, which will make it a lot easier for everybody to come in and perform a massacre. So what does the samurai see? He sees a lot. She wants to go around the tree instead of just straight away from him. Oh, I whistled and grabbed a dude up there on the wall. Ah, damn it. That was pretty good, except I have to grab the guy quicker, which means I have to find a hiding spot that is a little closer. We can also probably do some amount of trapping in the bushes, and I know that sounds crazy and dangerous, but actually... let's wait until the samurai passes. If I have Aiko standing really close to the trap, just at an angle where it's hard to see her, she might be able to get away with grabbing the body right away. Is this safe? No. Wondering if I can do this to this guy. The samurai's gonna see me. Nope, apparently not. Where is your vision cone? Where does it end? I thought I'd be able to get out. Okay, so there's no way to do that. We're gonna have to use more people. That's fine. We need Takuma. So we can use Kuma and then to draw a guard away from his post and then use a whistle. You end up over here somewhere maybe. So let's try bringing Kuma out, or Takuma rather, out into the bushes. You have to go a little faster, old man. Okay, we place... I did it again. Walked right out of the bush. This is a problem I've had a lot. And I don't know why. It seems like it should be fairly simple. Okay, I nudged that dude. I should be a little more careful. Sometimes the nudging can be helpful. Yeah, I should be a little more careful, but also I'm pretty sure that I had the eye denoting safety. Where is my... Okay, he can open doors. He's a smart dude. Okay, so yeah, then I put like I put a trap down here. We'll do the combo. It's a great big combo. So watch this. This is the tech right here. Oh, I clicked on a position that required Takuma to move, because that was not... There's too many little circles on the ground. I can't watch everything at once. Alright. And now, a version of this thing that actually works. So we grab his attention. We move Kuma. We grab his attention again. Okay. And then we... Yeah, this will work. Turn off Kuma and whistle. And he walks right over onto the trap. All the way out here, away from everybody. Alright, we can do basically the exact same thing to this guy, I would think. Where do I want to put the trap? How's this going to work? I'm trying to imagine the pathing in my head. Let's put the trap in kind of the same place, and we'll do our best to drag him over this way. So I'm kind of curious what these guards think is going on. Do they think that they've entered the world of Cinderella? Where they're just being, like, led around by wonderful animal companions? Because I can't imagine how this scenario makes any sense to them otherwise. It's like the tanuki is leading me somewhere, and then a bird whistles to draw me nearer. I have to be able to see what I'm doing here. And I'm prepared, in case he walks around the trap or something, I'm prepared to stab his ass. Okay, that's probably enough distractions to allow me to steal the key. But if we also want the disguise, we might have to go a little further with this. So now there's a lot fewer sightlines for us to worry about, and in fact, nobody is watching this guard anymore. Yep, problem solved. Alright, so we just wait for the samurai to patrol past and grab the straw hat. I'm going to take the key from him this time too as well. Ah! Couldn't have been more than 1/10 of a second too early. But look at that, you miss by 1/10 of a second and you end up costing yourself an extra 20. Okay, definitely in the clear now. It's kind of crazy how the samurai doesn't realize that any of this is happening. Do I want to kill this guy? Because at this point it would be trivial, right? Does make it easier to get the disguise. It's probably not necessary, though. Am I gonna need 5 rifle bullets? Nah. There's no way, right? Oh, what am I thinking? I'm going to all this extra effort to get a thing that I can't even use. Don't use Aiko's skills. It couldn't be any simpler. Well, killing that samurai was a waste then. Ah, turns out I have not yet done it. This whole time you guys were like, why would you even be going for the disguise? Come on, man. I'm sorry, I could not hear your objections. Due to the fog of time. Alright, so how's it going to be getting over here? Is this going to be easy? It looks like the answer is yes. And then we're safe immediately on the other side of the door. It's just if we move forward at all from there, then we get to a position where we have to be careful. I really appreciate them doing that, by the way, on basically every door. So we want to wait until this guy starts shooting, because then he's not looking at anything anymore. Alright. Damn it. Hayato, you do not have to bump the guy. I'm sure I can manually walk them around him, but it's annoying that I have to. Alright. Right, yeah, it works fine. Okay. We have merged into one Mega Ninja. So what's my play here? This guy has to die. This guy probably has to die. We can sneak the ninja characters across here and up onto this rooftop and do some work from there. Oh wait. We have to go all the way around here. Man, this place's security is frustratingly well designed. Okay, so it's actually not going to be quite as fast and easy as I was hoping. This is going to be a bit of an effort. Ah. Well, shit. I'm looking at all these guys over here and completely ignoring the dude who is literally directly in front of me. So the straw hat... Alright, you just have to run to here. Except this guy can see all the way to the door, right. So you have to run to here when this guy's not looking away and then not be there anymore by the time he comes back. This straw hat has to die. He's complicating things too much. But he's visible to that dude. Shoot. I'm assuming that's not the case when the samurai's talking to him. Yeah, so now you kill the straw hat. Here's what I think of you. If I did that with, if I did the run over with somebody else, that actually might have worked. And the civilian will run and talk to the guard. The samurai will ignore him. Actually, this might be a good plan. The samurai completely ignores the dude, and the other guard comes to investigate, and we kill him. I did too early. The samurai had stopped, but was not actually diverting his vision cone yet. Yeah, what I like about this plan is that it draws this guy out of position, which makes him easier to kill, because otherwise we have to worry about the fact that he can be seen from up the hill. Okay. Oh, look at it. It's working so well. Oh no. Damn it. It is always wrong to use Hayato to carry people. It's crazy. It's crazy how true it remains. Like, always, always, always wrong to use Hayato. I do want him to get his shuriken back. Alright, so I don't want to kill the guy. See, sometimes the samurai does come running. He's not supposed to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What motivates him to go into the bush? The shout was about something that happened over here. I should have just shot him when the samurai came over. I should have just had... what's his face? Shoot him. Ah. Far too slow. I'm dicking around trying to fix Aiko's positioning because I accidentally selected her. Right. Shoot. That's the wrong... Well, whatever. She can carry a body. What on earth? The civilian ran to the wrong... Huh. Okay, the civilian ran to the wrong guy. I think the spot right in front of the door is protected by its elevation. But yeah, just like the way that the guard behavior when they are alerted is non-deterministic, the civilian behavior pretty variable. Okay, let's... Damn it, Hayato. Yeah, see, this is protected from view until they're all the way up here. I gotta move Hayato. The thing where I was running him across to grab his shuriken was causing me not to realize. What? Did I quick saved with him already being seen? Okay. This part is not going that well. Alright, the plan is basically functional. I'm screwing up in little ways. Please do not use the door. Actually, why don't I have him pick his thing up? So the civilian ran over to the spot between the guards and shouted in a way that didn't alert any of the guards? Really? I mean, I guess I'll take it, but I'm not 100% pleased with that, actually. We can do a whistle and trap thing, but this has a much higher risk of us getting caught now. Will the samurai adjust his path for the... No, okay. I was hoping that he would, you know, make note of the fact that the guy he's here to see is gone. If the samurai walks over here, I'll shoot him. I didn't want to shoot him in here because he'd be facing this way, and the doorway wouldn't be usable. What is this animation that he's currently doing? Yeah, I need to shoot him in... Like, if I shoot him over here, they can approach him from the south. I don't want to shoot him here because they'll be looking directly at the doorway. So if I shot him deep enough in there, it wouldn't be an issue. Oh, come on. Come on, just 2 more steps. What would cause you to stop there? Some kind of inhuman monster. Okay, well, he's just gonna walk. Alright, then I think our plan is to trap this guy. Whistle trap. Okay, I'm pretty sure I was not still in that guy's vision cone, but if this causes him to bring the guard over, it's actually fine. Samurai, please stop looking in this direction. Why do you care all of a sudden? And how did this guy even hear? Okay, well, this is bad. It's all considered one bush. Sometimes guards stepping in will not be able to see through an entire group of bushes. And I'm assuming that that happens when there's space between the bushes or something. Alright, this civilian is my least favorite civilian in quite some time. damn it. Yep, and all the shouting turned the samurai around, and this guy would have seen anyway. That civilian is going to die. He's just... He moves in such a frustrating way. Like, he goes exactly where we need people not to go. Really? I guess you can see that. I thought he went all the way into the dark part of the cone. So we're gonna have to do it while the samurais got him distracted. Okay. Huh. I thought for a second that I saw a teenage girl murdering a worker. Must have been the wind. Alright. That simplifies things tremendously. So rather than try some complicated maneuver where we run past the dude's fishing cone, and we're just gonna use Kuma for this. Apparently I left him up in the garden, so it's gonna take a second. Come on, come here. Can he not go through the doors? He cannot come through the doors, okay. In fact, he won't return to me at all. I'm holding D, which is the return to me command. So Kuma may be bugged and unable to come with me, since I left him out there. What if I wait until the patrol is gone? So this guy starts shooting again. Okay, now come through here and call Kuma back when I'm on this side of the door. Oh my god, dude, you gotta be faster. Okay, I was able to pick him back up that way. Alright, and now we have to wait. Once this guy's down, it'll be trivial to eliminate the samurai. Okay, easy. So we can do a very similar thing, probably like all the way up the path. Where's that samurai? I definitely want to kill this guy though. He's going to be a real pain in the ass. So now I can kill him once he's cleared the gate and send one of the two ninjas around. I wish this thing would stop glowing. It wants me to look at my objectives, I guess. Okay, I see them. Stop pretending there's new information. No, pick him up. Alright. So we can do a, we could just trap here, sneak right up to it, trap and whistle. That'll be a simple kill. This guy has to die. This guy probably doesn't. Yeah, so we can just rifle this one. Okay, no, there is a door on this side. Oh, but it's not safe to go through here. Unless you're Yuki with the disguise. So actually, if this guy has to die, he does have to be rifled. Well. I assume that the problem there is range, because the thing is green the whole way. Yeah, in fact, we can see the yellow range circle. Duh. Well, I'm not wasting the bullet. Let's reload, because I think we're going to need all of our bullets, and then maybe a couple more. Oh, wow, this was the most recent... Okay, well... That's frustrating. Alright, so what exactly is this guy? He looks this way, then turns around and looks that way. It actually may not even be necessary to kill him. Alright, I'm not sure if it's actually necessary to turn Kuma off before whistling. Like, the whistle might take precedence, rather, but I do not know. Alright, so Yuki is going to be... You know, it seems like this is the case a lot. Yuki's just going to do all of the hard work. I'm going to have her sneak up and start work on this guard. Hayato can kill the samurai after Takuma shoots him. Of course, Hayato gets caught at everything because he's terrible at his job. I'm a little concerned about this. But if this guy comes alone without the straw hat... Oh, are you kidding me? That guy's vision is incredible. He's looking down the hill with binoculars the whole time. It's actually not terrible. Right, if Hayato gets caught and the civilian runs to warn everybody, it's not actually a bad thing, I think. But I do have to be apparently very, very careful about the incredibly long-range vision cones. Okay. This might be workable. So there's a guy who's up here. Well, it wasn't this guy. Who? It's somebody. Hold on. It's somebody from up here who hears the civilian shout? Really? Because that's completely ridiculous. Hold on, let's watch this. Alright, so... Guards start coming down. And yeah, this guy... Boy. I don't think I agree that that guy can hear that. Man, everybody can see everything, except for me. I can never see the cards. So there's not going to be a point where Yuki can jump out and stab that guy because this guy is always visible to that guy, and this guy will always be visible to the guys down here who are looking in different directions. And I'm pretty sure the whistle doesn't work on guards who are in alarmed mode. So actually, Yuki just needs to not be here anymore. She can use the wagons as cover to get to the roof. Hayato felt the need to walk adjacent, like he had to be within arm's reach of that guy to throw a shuriken at him, apparently. And I know it wasn't a line of sight issue, because Hayato got seen. There's no way I can move the trap to a position where I'll catch somebody walking back that won't also get us killed. And despite the fact that I have walked Hayato to the bush after every quick load, I forgot to do it this time. This would be a lot easier if we could use Aiko. I'm still not convinced this is a bad plan, obviously. I'm actually wondering if I can maybe do something like this. Wait, what? Stupid straw hat. I want to get Yuki to a place where she can grab that one guard as he's coming down the last guard, since she can't grab the one before him as he's coming down the thing, but I did not realize that the Straw Hat was going to be able to see... Yeah, the unlined part of his vision cone goes all the way over to here. That's crazy. Why has everybody got such good vision? I would have thought people in rural feudal Japan would maybe not have perfect ocular health all the time. There's no way they have optometrists. Not good ones. Let me guess. Yeah, but he won't. He just won't throw the shuriken. Hayato, what is that? He doesn't want it to touch the ground. He'll only throw it if he can catch it before it hits the dirt. Cool. What if I run him? Man, if I was trying to use the door, I feel like it would give me a bunch of crap and make me click next to it instead all the time. But since I'm trying to get next to it, all I can do is accidentally use the door. So, like I said, non-deterministic. It may have seemed like they were always going to check the bush at the same time, based on the fact that they actually were doing it. But you can see here that they are behaving in a different way this time. I should have known. I was trying to be in a place where I could reasonably both be reasonably safe and reasonably maybe grab somebody. And I'm going to get up here, which is sort of safe. It sure does seem like they go for that bush a lot more quickly if he's actually in it, doesn't it? Oh, that guy's about to look in the bush as well. No, put him down, put him down. Yeah, I got away with that. See, this is why I was saying I don't think it's actually a bad thing, because we can manipulate the guards, although these guys are going to walk back hand in hand so that neither of them can get grabbed. I was trying not to get both of them. That guy doesn't even care. There's an adorable tanuki over here. What are you thinking? You don't want to see an adorable tanuki? What is wrong with you? Listen, generally I don't take any pleasure in killing these dudes, because mostly they're just trying to do their jobs, but that guy is some kind of inhuman monster. Alright, let's see if we can actually get this to work. So the guy we killed was the dude up here, I think. Whatever, I'll take it. To be perfectly honest, we're safer just dumping it over here. Alright, well, I think that's going to have to be it. I know this is kind of a weird place to stop, but unfortunately, real life intrudes. So that's going to have to be it for this episode. I'm just looking around to see if this... Oh, there's a hook here. Okay. Come back next time. We're going to make it all the way to the interior of the castle, and finally get the last of the non-hardcore, non-speedrun badges. And we'll see you then.